about 4 seconds, a teacher will begin to speak.
I think very deeply.
Let us begin.
I was informed that I went to the University of Texas with an ex-child Hollywood star. They noted that I should know this person, but I wasn't sure who it was. They just said Jermaine.
But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun, are far more fair than she.
What do you got going here?
Be not her maid.
Final readings for the Shakespeare Festival.
Her vestal livery is but sick and green.
Thank you, Jerome.
We flew home. You know, we had we wrapped up our time in LA. We flew home. And one Saturday morning, man, I kept telling her, it's so funny because I kept playing, I kept crying wolf. I would tell all my neighborhood friends, like, man, you going to Hollywood? Yeah, you Hollywood? Because they knew what I was going through. And I was like, and then especially when I went out to California, they was like, oh man, what happened? I was like, yeah, I got it. I was like, no, I didn't get it. I was messing with them. And I never forget, it was Saturday morning, I was watching cartoons. And my mom came in and she was crying, dude. Just tears just ran down her face. And I thought something, bad had happened to her. I was like, my mom was wrong. She just gave me a big hug. She was like, she said, you're gonna be a movie star. And I was like, what? And I was like, oh, really? I got the part. She was like, yeah. So I was excited about that. And for about 3 or 4 months, it took about three months or so to film, 3 or 4 months to film. And then we wrapped around December. There was this one scene where my uncle, it was one episode, it was about my uncle. He's a guy who comes into town and he's a big fast talker, city slicker type of guy, but he's basically a con artist. But he's my uncle. And that was played by Glenn Thurman. And he's been in countless movies and TV shows. There was an episode where a traveling black baseball team came to town and they wanted to play the all-white baseball team of the town. And their ace pitcher on that team was Morgan Freeman. And he played the pitcher on that, and actually that was fun to film that one because it was outside playing baseball for a lot of the filming. That's where a lot of shots were done. And my dad actually got an opportunity. Like I said, he drove trucks, so one of the little buses that they had carrying the black travelers around, my dad got in on the scene when he got to drive the bus around.
Where you going, old man?
Out of my way, kid.
No, sir. Time for a pit stop. Check out your pinky. Get up around you there. These halls are drafty, man.
That's fine, thank you.
You sure? Get up a little higher.
That's enough. Get lost, twerk.
We got some dealing to do. I saw you cop the goods, old man. We divvy down the middle. I blow the whistle, you dig?
I don't dig, and I don't divvy.
So being exposed to Hollywood life at 8 years old was like, I really wasn't paying attention to all the flashing lights. You do notice when you're being treated differently than other people. But I wasn't at an age where I wanted to, like, oh man, this is what I wanted to do. And it's kind of like what we're talking about, because I didn't know any better. If you got that talent, but not everybody has that talent, and then they just kind of fall into an area of like, okay, well, I gotta go work for somebody for the rest of my life and bring home a paycheck. Yeah, I mean, stuff costs money, and you gotta do that, do that part. But and it's like the advice I've been giving to my son is, man, do what you love, the money will come. And I wish I had taken that advice, or someone had really kind of pounded that into my head at a younger age, as opposed to me, going to work every day. Now I'm pretty much, I ain't gonna say miserable, because I have a pretty decent life right now. I'm blessed, but just the fact that you can do something that you love and you get up every day loving that, I mean, I just think that just increases your quality of life.
Where, like you say, we 9, 10, 11 years old, even as early as 5, letting ourselves in, little latchkey kids
and shit.
Turning, go in the house, don't answer the phone, don't answer the door for nobody, don't answer the phone unless it rings twice, and then it'll stop, and then it'll ring one more time, and then you pick it up, and you know that's me or whatever. It's like you can't even leave a 13-year-old at home by themselves without.
Don't take your kid from you.
You ain't a good parent. And this, that, and the other. Really, at 13?
No, man.
Straight up, 13.
I was cooking.
I was driving.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Driving at 11.
Exactly.
And then, like you said, especially here in the hood, I mean, wasn't nobody snatching up kids. I mean, I remember my mother was tripping because, you know, when they were killing all the little boys in Atlanta, she was scared. She was like, "Nah, you can't go outside." I'm like, "Mama, who gonna snatch us? Who?" You know, we out there wilding out, having, like you said, get home from school. Now, my parents were a little bit more strict. Get home from school, you had to do your homework and everything, and then you were supposed to wait for them to come home. Supposed to. But, you know, BJ, everybody be out in the street or whatever. When you see that car turn that corner, boy, you try to try to make it back to the house. Sometimes you made it, sometimes you didn't.
You grew up right across the street from Jay, and I understand that you had some difficulty in your family with cancer. Can you tell me a little bit about that? How it came about? Which one? Your mother had cancer or both had cancer? Tell me a little bit about that and what ages you were.
Well, as far actually, it even goes deeper than that because my grandfather had cancer. I had an auntie that stayed with me. She didn't have cancer, but she died from Alzheimer's. You know what I'm saying? And she was there, like, since I was a kid. Jay know her name T. Like, she was like a second mother to me. You know what I'm saying? And she couldn't walk, so we basically took care of her, stuff like that. But from that point, and she passed when I was 17 years old. That was November 19, 2002. My grandfather passed. He died from cancer, and that was in 2008. He got diagnosed with it, and so he was supposed to only have 6 months to live. He ended up living a whole nother 9. You know what I'm saying? My mother got diagnosed with cancer in 2008, and she went through her chemo, surgeries, and all that stuff, and it went away. Same thing with my father, but it came back. My mother, she was trying to keep a lot of stuff away from me, so I don't know the exact date that it came back, but from the time frame that I know, it came back in like 2010.
Do you think it's something is it in the land and the water? Have you thought about that? Or when you go through that, I mean, you might not really think about how it came about. You just want them to get well, but is that something that might have passed through your mind? Or?
I mean, to be honest, as far as like just cancer period, I think it's like a combination of a lot of stuff, like the stuff that they put in our food that we ingest, you know, the air, pollution, all that kind of stuff. Like we get the bad end of the stick all the way around. It's like you can't eat nothing, you can't drink nothing, everything contaminated. You know, they making fake rice, fake lettuce, fake vegetables, stuff like that. All these GMOs. So it's like you never know. Because at the same time, my father was a heavy smoker, heavy drinker. My mother drank Cokes like all the time. You know, Coke not good for you. It take out rust. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no telling what it do to you on the inside. But I think it's just that cancer, man, is crazy. Like we don't live healthy no matter what we're doing.
Chris sends an email. Norman Lear is going to be in town. He's going to be in Austin. Excitement, the feeling of that, oh man, we might be able to catch him. But he's 93 years old, or we talking day to day. What are we talking? Press for time. So then yesterday we get the tickets, we all get here, me, you, and Chris, get the tickets, actually get in. I think you're a little bit nervous about getting the seats. We got to get in. I heard you say, we got to get in. We got to get in. We got to get in. Then I'm thinking, dang, as a production guy, we got to get this. We got to get this. So I go to the mic. I'm the first question, of course. I'm leaning forward. I didn't think she could see me.
Yeah. First, the lighting was kind of weird because even when I stood up, he was kind of doing. He really couldn't. Yeah,
he couldn't see anything, and she couldn't either. I don't think. Right, yeah. And then I leaned real way forward. She saw the glasses. That's pretty much what she saw against the shirt. Okay. She saw the glasses. She said, "Yeah, the guy with the glasses."
Okay, so you, sir, with the glasses right there. That you right in the way. Yes. In your book, you have a picture of you and Alex Haley with 2 kids on your shoulders.
Yes.
From Palmerstown, USA, and it's not as that show's not as documented. I want to ask you, do you remember those boys, and Actually, I've been wanting to reconnect you with one of them. He's a good friend of mine.
Really?
Yes, he's sitting right over here, actually.
Oh, for crying out loud. Hi. How great. Alex Haley and I became good friends. And one day he was telling me about his youth, and he told me that his best friend when he was 7 years old was a white kid, and that the two families were became close because the boys just loved one another. And you're that boy.
Wow. Wow.
So, no, he's, no, the boy that we cast, not the boy. But, so, and then when puberty set in, girls and so forth, and society and the culture and so it caused them to fall apart. The relationship. I said, Alex, if that isn't a 5-year run, if that isn't a great show, I don't know one. So we did it. It was called Palmerstown, USA. My favorite memory of it, was a very early Morgan Freeman debut, I think. It might have even been a debut. It was a two-parter. He was the pitcher of a black ball club that was passing through town. They're trying to get a game with a white group.
Wow.
And, it was great. I don't know why it didn't last. I thought we did a really good job with that. But it was on for 13 weeks or something.
Sometimes that happens.
So there's a photograph. You're the kid that's on my back? Huh?
Yes.
Come up here, let me see it. Right.
Like 30 years.
Oh, for crying out loud.
How you been?
And you're still black.
Yeah, I'm still black.
Listen, I love singing. Huh? Yeah, stick around.
That's awesome. That was great.
So
okay,
this is a photograph. I had him on my shoulders, and Alex had a white kid on his shoulders. By the way, Michael J. Fox came from that show.
Oh,
he
really?
He was Canadian. He didn't have a green card. We helped him get a green card. He played the older brother of